Hi everybody, welcome to the Ontario Turtle Conservation Centre. My name is Wendy and I'd like to talk to you about the importance of Ontario's native turtle species and the connection that they have with our aquatic ecosystem. But first, I think it's important that you meet the 8 different species that call Ontario and Canada home. Let's just take a look over here at the table. We have beautiful models here. So these models they represent an adult or a mature turtle. Now they will grow to be a little bit larger than these, but these do represent an adult turtle. So in Ontario and Canada, our turtles are in trouble, students. Our turtles are actually on that list called Species at Risk, and they're designated at different levels. So we're going to talk about their designation and what that means. Now, in Ontario, there is one turtle, however, that is not on the list of species at risk, and that is the Midland painted turtle. I'm sure some of you have seen this species when you've been out on a hike by the river to the lake, the Midland painted turtle. But federally, it is on the list of species at risk, and it is listed as special concern federally. We have the beautiful northern map. That is listed as special concern. Now, when an animal is listed as special concern, the animal is protected from any harm, and that's from taking them from the wild, for example, to have them as a pet. They are protected against that. It is illegal to do so. They're protected from harassment, from catching, or from poaching, that sort of thing. So this is the beautiful northern map. We have our smallest species, which is the eastern musk turtle. And they call this little turtle the stinkpot turtle. We're going to talk a little bit about why they call this turtle the stinkpot turtle, because I am actually going to introduce you to a little stinkpot turtle. And special concern is our largest freshwater turtle. This is our beautiful snapping turtle. They live to be the longest. They can live to be over 100 years of age. And just look at the size of this turtle. So I'm going to introduce you to a snapping turtle today. Now we're moving up to threatened. We have one turtle in Ontario that is designated as a threatened species, and that is the beautiful Blanding's turtle. You'd easily recognize the Blanding's turtle due to this beautiful yellow chin and throat. It is a high dome shell, almost like an army helmet. This turtle is listed as threatened, and that means that this turtle is protected and its habitat. And a habitat is where turtles live. And so, say for example, there was going to be construction, a subdivision was going to be built, and roads were going to be installed. There would need to be a lot of permits and a lot of rules and regulations that the developer would have to agree to in order to have any sort of development where a Blanding's turtle's habitat is found to be. Now we have 3 turtles that are listed, designated as endangered. And this is very serious. Endangered is just below a term we call extirpated, and that means that once an animal is designated as being extirpated, that means that that turtle is no longer found in that specific area. So if a turtle is, say, extirpated in Ontario, it means no longer found in Ontario, but found somewhere else in another province, but no longer here. And that would be very sad. And then after that, of course, comes extinction, which means no longer found in the world. So the Blanding's turtle is listed as threatened, and it is protected in its habitat. Endangered, the beautiful wood turtle. Endangered, we have the spotted turtle. That is endangered. And we have the spiny softshell, which is endangered. So we have 3. And the spiny softshell is different than our other turtles. It does not have this hard, bony shell. Its shell is soft and smooth, and it bends. It's flexible, so it moves with the turtle. This turtle is an extremely fast swimmer in the water because of that. And this turtle here can stay submerged under the water at the bottom for up to 5 hours without coming up to have oxygen. So our turtles need oxygen like us. They have lungs, we have lungs, and let us now go over. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. D. Now we are going to talk about the importance of turtles in the aquatic ecosystem, the important role that turtles play to keep our waters clean. Turtles are omnivores, so they eat meat and vegetation, and they also eat carrion, which is another term for dead animals, dead fish in the water. There's a lot of animals that die in the water, fish, mammals, yes. So they are actually the scavengers, caretakers, garborators, housekeepers of our waters. So turtles being omnivores, eating meat and vegetation, they also eat seeds. So turtles really help in seed dispersal. So when they're eating the plants in the water, and the plants that grow along the shoreline that drop seeds and leaves into the water, turtles are eating those. And as they're going through the turtle's digestive system, they're becoming fertilized as well, those seeds from these beautiful native plants that are on the banks of our waters, and they're very important. These plants that grow along the edges of our water, we call that the ribbon of life and the riparian corridor. So the turtles eat plants, they're eating the seeds go in, they're digested, they go through the turtle's digestive system, and of course they come out and they're dispersed into the water. And we know that water is constantly moving, and those seeds in the water are floating with the currents, and a lot of them end up along the shore, along the banks, and in turn, more native plants will grow, and so many other animals depend on these plants as they come to the waters to drink and to eat. They actually are eating the plants as well, and these plants that grow from the seeds that the turtle eats, they're along the shoreline, and these plants actually help to filter the water as the rainwaters and that make their way to our rivers, lakes, and streams. And these plants are very important for our waters as well, because they help hold back flooding, and they prevent soil erosion along the banks. So thank you for the turtle for keeping our waters clean by eating so many dead things in the water, by keeping the bacteria level down in our water and keeping our waters fresh. And when they're eating a balanced meal of tadpoles and minnows and fish and insects and insect larvae. So they're keeping a balance in our waters. Now, and when you see a turtle the size of a snapping turtle, now Mr. D is a fairly young turtle. He's going to live to be 100 years of age, and he's going to continue to grow. And at some point in time, a snapping turtle can grow to be about this size, twice the size of Mr. D. Now picture Mr. D, or a snapping turtle, moving through the waters, moving through the wetlands, and all of those plants that grow along in the wetland, like cattails and bulrushes and plants like that. As this turtle is moving through, they're actually bending down and breaking down, laying down the plants as they travel, because they're large and heavy. And when they continue on, they're actually leaving pathways and corridors for other very valuable animals that care for our waters as they move out to deeper waters. So turtles are a very, very important organism in our waters. So if we lose our turtles, if we don't have our turtles, we're going to notice a totally different quality of our waters. Turtles are actually the heartbeat of our wetlands. Thank you very much for joining us here today at the Ontario Turtle Conservation Centre. Bye for now.